Hey everyone, Logan here with Burris Optics. Today I'm going to do a video telling you a little bit about how to get more battery life out of your Burris Thermal Optics. I have all three of them in front of me here. On my right, your left, is the Burris Handheld. In the middle here is the rifle scope, and on this side is the ClipOn. So from the factory, you're going to get about 6 hours of battery life out of the internal battery here on the handheld unit. And we quote 3 to 5 hours on the rifle scope, which is right in the middle here. That's going to be dependent on kind of what battery you're using. I'm going to get more into detail on that. And the same thing on the clip-on here. You're going to get about 3 to 5 hours of battery life on this one, depending on what battery you're using. So our number one power saving tip on all of the Burris thermals is our power saving feature. So as you're looking through the optic, if you push and hold the power button, which on the handheld is right here on top in the front, on the rifle scope, it's on this side. They're all red buttons, so you can't miss them. That's the power button. As you're looking through the optic, as you hold the button, you'll see the power bar start to creep across the screen. If you hold it the entire time until the power bar loads all the way, it's going to shut the unit off. If you hold it, and as that bar is creeping along, let's say halfway, and you let go, what it does is it just turns off the LCD screen, or the LED screen, inside the optic. So what that does is it keeps the optic on, but it doesn't use nearly as much power. So it's a great power saving feature. What that lets you do is just save some power, and then if you want to turn the optic on, you just tap that button and it instantly kicks on. There's no boot up time. So whether you're talking about the handheld, the rifle scope, or the clip-on, that is our number one power saving feature on the Burris Thermal Optics. Now I'm going to go into each individual optic and give you some tips on each one and how to save power. So I'm going to start over here with the handheld, and I'm going to try to give you some tips on how to get some more battery life out of this handheld optic. So one thing that we have found that's really useful, this is an internal battery. So there's no backup batteries you can bring to get more battery life out of it like you can with these other two. So the thing that we like to do is obviously make sure you have an absolutely full charge with this when you're going into the field. If you don't have an external battery, which is the number one tip for this handheld optic, if you bring a handheld battery, an external battery into the field with you, and the same charging cord that you use to charge the handheld, what that allows you to do is essentially plug into this battery, the external battery, leave this cord plugged into the handheld unit. What you do right on the side here, near the eyepiece, you just pop this cover off. This will plug right into the side. And then what you can do is you can use the handheld scanner with the cord attached, and then you can just leave the other side of the cord attached to this external battery, which you can either keep in a pocket, in a chest harness, in a backpack, whatever you want to do. If you're in your vehicle, what you can do is you can leave this plugged into your handheld scanner, and this can go into a USB port that's plugged into your cigarette lighter or whatever power source that you have. Like I said, 6 hours of battery life on this thing, so that is plenty of time. That'll basically get you through a whole night of hunting. If you do want to truly go all night, then you have no problem by just plugging into this external battery pack, keeping that plugged into your handheld, and that'll keep you going for, depending on the size of your external battery pack, 12 plus hours, no problem. So power regulation is not as much of an issue here with the handheld just because of its high capacity. So that's all the tips we have for the handheld scanner. Like I said, not really a worry. Power saving is not really a worry with this one with the 6 hours of internal battery life, which is outstanding for a handheld unit. Moving on to the rifle scope. So there's all kinds of great battery options with the rifle scope. Like I said in the beginning, you're going to get 3 to 5 hours of battery out of the battery that comes with the rifle scope. That's just depending on what type of battery is in there. The one that it comes with is this little blue battery right here. It is a CR18650. So that's the size of battery that comes with the rifle scope and fits in there perfectly. There's all kinds of different milliamp hours. Obviously, the higher milliamp hour, the longer it's going to run on that battery. One thing I recommend for this unit is picking up some extra 18650s. These right here are just off of Amazon. You can get them out of Batteries Plus, Radio Shack, you name it. Go and pick yourself up a few of these, few extra of these batteries. What's really nice is the rifle scope does come with this charger right here, which allows you to charge those 18650s 2 at a time. As you're driving around in your vehicle, doing some hand scanning, doing whatever, you can plug, again, this USB into your truck And then as you come back to your vehicle to move around from spot to spot, you can kind of rotate the batteries through. So again, you're gonna get 3 hours at least of battery life off of this battery that comes with the rifle scope. Not a bad thing to have a couple of extra ones that are charged up and ready to go when you hit the field. And you can rotate those through, and with 3 batteries, you have no problem just continuously hunting and never stopping with the rifle scope. If you don't have a vehicle around, you can always bring that external battery pack I talked about earlier and run this USB cord into that external battery pack, and you should be good to go to kind of rotate those 3 batteries through. One thing I do want to touch on again a little bit is when you're thinking about buying these 18650s off of Amazon or wherever you decide to buy them from, again, the higher the milliamp hours, the better it's going to be, or the more life you're going to get out of them. So that's kind of what we have to say about the 18650 batteries. One really cool feature about this rifle scope is in the same battery compartment that you can fit that 18650 battery. We'll get a close-up on this here, but you'll notice those sizes are exactly the same. So 2 CR123 batteries fit right in this rifle scope. So one thing I always recommend, keep some CR123s in your calling bag, in your backpack. Let's say you have one battery, the 18650, and it goes down, bang, pull these 2 CR123s out, slide them right in there, and you're good to go. So the clip-on unit is a little bit different, right? So you have handheld, which is the internal battery only. You have the rifle scope, which is CR123s or the 18650s rather. And then you have the clip-on. The clip-on, which you'll see on this side, is only the CR123s. And there's 2 slots for CR123s here. I'll pop this open and show you. There they are. CR123 batteries, you can get rechargeable CR123s online. So feel free to pick some of those up. You can actually use the charger that comes with the unit if you want to recharge those CR123s. That being said, most CR123s that you're going to buy online that are rechargeable do come with their own charger, and I do recommend using the charger that comes with those particular batteries. Again, the same tip that I had with the rifle scope, it never hurts to carry some extra CR123s in your backpack, your call bag, whatever it is that you have with you, even in your pocket. Have a couple extra of these with you in case your unit does power down and you want to keep on hunting. Again, all these are a little bit different in terms of the battery, the power source, and how you have the power savings. The one thing that they all have in common, again, is that power saving feature where you can hold that power button enough where the battery meter doesn't load all the way through, or the power meter doesn't load all the way through, and you let it go and it turns the screen off, saves power, and then again, all you have to do is tap that power button to instantly kick it on. So if you're trying to get batteries to stretch out as long as you can, feel free to use that feature. It's a great option. If you guys have any questions at all around power savings and how to get the most battery life out of your thermal, go ahead, drop those in the comments below. We will do our best to get back to you as soon as we can. Otherwise, as always, you guys click like, click subscribe, and thank you so much for listening. Take care.